So we are going to read Sri Sri Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, verse 100. May Sri Radha, whose teeth shine like rows of pearls.
Yesterday was not complete. Last they are making up with that.
You know, the power, yeah, they meet. The last sentence was, actually, let's see. So where did we stop?
Speak from the yes, something. Repeat no problem.
Yeah, repeat, no problem. That's true. So they meet. So I go up in the verse 99, the last paragraph. Srimati asks Krishna, tell me, what have you gotten from me, that you love me so much? Shyamasundar cannot answer that question. He lacks explanations. He's also intoxicated by her, that he simply stares at her beautiful face, with tear-filled eyes. He tries to speak, but he remains speechless out of ecstasy. When Shyam stares at Srimati's beautiful face, the beauty of her face simply increases. Therefore, Shripad says, Pravitananda Chabi Shri Mukhe. The maidservant enjoys the sweetness of that face through Shyamasundar's savor. Srimati touches speechless Shyam's chin and says, can't you find any explanation? When she says that, the luster of her bimba cherry lips become manifest. The maidservant thinks Srimati's lips look just like fresh coral. Her teeth are not visible while she smiles. Only her slightly blooming lips can be seen. Bimboste Nava Vidruma Chabi. This beauty blows Nagar's mind. With love, Srimati wipes Nagara's tear-drenched face with her veil. And the maidservant sees Paresat Palavaika Chabi. Her hands are so soft and splendid as banyan leaves. Because of relishing Radhika's sweetness, Shyam Nagara becomes eager to enjoy with her. And sweet Radha serves him with the different ingredients of Madan Ras. The maidservant then relishes the sweet side of Radhika's breasts that shine like golden lotus buds. Just as a teacher punishes the pupil for forgetting his lessons, Srimati punishes Shyam for forgetting his amorous games by piercing him with her arrow-like glances. Beautiful and sweet, her eyes. Shripad says, I praise the sweetness of Radha's new bower pastimes. So we will read 100 now. May Shri Radha, whose teeth shine like rows of pearls, who has beautiful lips that are as red as bimba cherries, who has a slender waist, who has a navel like a deep whirlpool of ever-fresh ras, who has big buttocks, whose adolescence is like a swelling ocean of elegance, and who is the very life of all clever lady loves, protect us. The jewel of lady loves, Shri Radha. After their love play, Radha and Madhava sit on their bed of flowers, completely absorbed in the sweetness of each other's forms, qualities, and pastimes, and floating on the waves of a nectarian conversation. Shripad, in his kinkari form, is engaged in fanning them. Sri Radha is happy when Krishna is happy. Krishna is happy when Radhika is happy. And the maidservants are happy when Radhika comes out as the greatest.
And Radhika come out
As the greatest. What does that mean?
winner.
Winner. How beautiful her smile is. Her teeth shine like a row of pearls. Ishat hasya taranga tilole madang murachate. Even Cupid faints of the waves of her slight smile. The moonlight of Radhika's teeth removes the darkness of despair in Shyama's heart whenever she is angry with him. How beautiful are her lips. The sweetness of her splendid bimba fruit lips, bimba fruit-like lips, is most desirable for Shyama Sundara. Krishna says, the nectar ocean from the lips in your moon-like faces pleases my eyes that are like chakora birds. The nectar oozing from the lips in your moon-like face pleases my eyes that are like chakora birds. Chakora birds subsist only on nectar oozing from the moon. Shyama Sundara's savor is endless. How many brahmanas are dying while I am still not finished with relishing your sweetness? Each Brahma lives for millions of years. So how many Brahmas are dying while I'm still not finished with relishing your sweetness? Each Brahma lives for millions of years. So that means not few millions, many millions. Krishna is not relished, is not finished with relishing her sweetness. Or actually, never, endless. These transcendental pastimes are timeless. It is said, how many Brahmas are dying while I'm still not finished with relishing your sweetness. And each Brahma lives for billions of years. So there is no end of relishing of her sweetness. He's never finished, never satisfied. It's never enough. It's always fresh. He always wants to relish. Yeah.
So it's important that it's this experience of loving that is endless. It's
Right.
not, it doesn't say, well, Radha will live forever and Mohan will live forever, which is maybe true. But what it's saying is that the loving will live forever. The prema, the loving of the divine, that's what's never ending.
Wow.
And I also understand he's not get tired of it. It's getting boring. It's not getting, oh, I'm used to see this beauty. It's like, it's ordinary, or it's, I have seen it, now it's okay. It's like, it's never finished.
Exactly, because the relishing causes Radha to grow in beauty. And then Mohan experiences new beauty and causes new relishing. And then the Manjaris are even happier again.
Exactly. These transcendental pastimes are timeless. In this way, the Rasa Leela could continue for the duration of a night of drama, millions of years. Just the Rasa dance. Why? And then the rest as well. So it's many millions. While Shripad is absorbed in serving the divine couple, their girlfriends enter the arbor, covering their mouths with their veils and giggling. Radhika's clothes and ornaments are disheveled, so she shyly takes some distance from Shyamasundara and covers herself with her veil. While Srimati gets up from bed to take some distance from Krishna, the maidservant sees how large her sweet buttocks are and how slender her sweet waist is. How many waves of joking and laughter are coming up now on the ocean of Radhika's blooming youthful beauty. So the Sakis, they are joking and laughing. So that's why they cannot be there, they cannot watch before. They only come and everything is finished just before they get up. This shows that Radhika is the very life of all clever and artful lady loves of Gokul. The maidservants are very happy to see her supremacy.
In a way, it's the maidservants who are the most clever of all, because they understand. It said in the beginning that, or was it the last verse, that Krishna doesn't even know why he feels the way he feels. He feels this. Yeah. And Radha's beauty grows in a way that she doesn't control. But the Manjaris, they are satisfied because they understand that nothing works if Radha is not winning, if she's not the supreme. So you have these three parts that Gurudev talked about in Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Not two, but three. Mohan relishes Radha. Radha's beauty grows because of it, and he relishes more. And the Manjaris, they have pleasure because they see that that Radha is the winner.
Because Krishna wants to relish that movement, so he has to become Manjari at the same time to relish that. So Krishna himself is a Krishna, and once Krishna becomes Manjari to Radha and feel how much he has the love for
Experiences.
Manjari can only feel Radhika's love. Because she wants to see always her as a winning.
This was verse 100. We read verse 101. Oh Sri Radhe, with the glossy, curly blue hair, the pierced, bimba-foot-like red lips, the moon-like face, the eyes that defeat the playfulness of the wag-tailed birds, the nice curl at the tip of the nose, the big buttocks, the wonderful round breasts, and the beautiful vine-like arms beautified by bangles. Please reveal your beautiful form to me. 10 names of Sri Radha. Shripad prays to Sri Radhika to reveal her form when she has completed her love game, saying, Snigdha Kunjita Neela Keshi. O girl with the curly, glossy, bluish blackish hair. How beautiful your braid looks when Krishna opens it during your love sports. It looks much more beautiful than when it would be nicely braided. The Rasika devotee can understand such statements. But for others, the door to such realizations remains shut. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj has said, her hairs are crooked, curly, her eyes are restless, and her breasts are hard for the sake of fulfilling all of Hari's desires. No one else but Radha can fulfill these desires. Crookedness, restlessness, and hardness are generally considered to be faults. But because Radhika possesses such qualities at strategic places, she alone manages to satisfy all of Hari's desires and make him most happy.
These are the qualities of love in action. Crookedness and restlessness. They remind us of loving that's going on, not loving that's frozen. This is why the Rasika understands that this is the highest. The hair that's been messed up by the lovemaking is more beautiful than the perfect hair, because it is both. It contains both Radha's beauty and the thought of Mohan enjoying the beauty. That's what messed up hair means to us, into our eyes. We see both things. We see the perfect beauty and we see the love that it created in Mohan. This is why it's more beautiful.
Then Shripad says, Hey Vidalat Bimboshti, your bimba fruit-like lips are pierced. Just as a bee pierced a red bambuka flower to get the honey out of it, So Hari pierces Sri Radhika's red lips with his teeth when he makes love with her. So pierce doesn't mean the way we think pierce, like there is some material there, but it's the bite of Krishna. It's a mark. It's marked also, you want to say. The maidservants love to witness that scene. Hey, Kandranane. Sri Radhika's face is generally compared to a spotless moon. But here, it must be understood to be a spotted moon. Why? Shyamasundara thinks her eyes are very beautiful and he kisses them so that her blackish eyeliner sticks on his lips. When Srimati sees this, she smiles, as if nectar trickles from the smile, and Shyama drinks that nectar with the cups of his lips, so that the eyeliner sticks on Radhika's cheek. In this way, Radhika's face looks like a stained moon. And this is why Shripad calls her Chandranane. In some special pastime, the Rasic devotee can see how Srimati's eyes defeat the fickleness of wag-tailed birds, how big her buttocks are, how a pearl hangs from the tip of her nose, and how slender her waist is. Since all these must be spiritually experienced and cannot be expressed with words, Shripad prays, Svam Rupam Avishkuru. Please reveal your transcendental form to me.
It's like we were saying with the messed up hair. The moon is beautiful, of course. But if it's far away and we can't touch it, that's one kind of beauty. But the lovemaking of Radha and Mohan means touching that beauty, relishing that beauty, having a relation to that beauty and feeling it. And this is why when the marks of the lovemaking, the mascara and the biting and the touching, when these come on the perfect face of the moonlight, they become even more beautiful because they remind us of that love in action that's created. The creation of beauty through love. This is the result of the meeting of the two lovers. More beauty in Radha because of the love. And that's why it's ever fresh as well.
Verse 102. Sri Radha's glances show wonderful expertise in dancing to please the mind of King Cupid, who sits on his royal golden throne. Her buttocks does it mean the King Cupid who sits on his golden throne? Her buttocks is like Krishna sits. How does this sentence make sense? Or are there
Yeah.
some?
It says to me that he's sitting on her buttocks, but
Yeah.
that's physically that seems complicated.
Of her buttocks. It doesn't really. I don't know if the signs of the sentence are not right.
Maybe.
Her buttocks is for him. This royal golden throne. This is the best golden throne for him, no?
What? I don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Her buttocks is for him, Mohan, his royal golden throne. This is the best asana for him. Golden throne. Mohan is on her buttocks. This is his throne, golden throne. Just now Uta Prabhu says. I also think same.
Okay, so we all understood, right? We just don't have the picture really. She hangs a golden curtain of bashfulness over the dancing stage of her young body, where she scattered handful of flowers in the form of her smile, and where she uses her youthful charms as an introduction to Cupid's play. Sri Radha's artfully dancing glances, both during visions and after them, Shripad relishes the succession of Radha flowers. Shripad is the manifest form of Sriman Mahaprabhu's grace.
Wow. Yes.
Grace.
He received this mercy to relish this mercy through the Mahaprabhu of Manjari. Manjari Bhav is the gift of Mahaprabhu. I have that written for
By doing bhajan himself, he is teaching the world expertise in bhajan. Mahaprabhu has given them the responsibility to teach bhajan to the world. Srimad Sanatan Goswami was very morose, so he wanted to commit suicide by throwing himself before the wheels of Lord Jagannath's chariot.
Wow.
But Mahaprabhu told him, Your body is my main means through which I have many things to accomplish. Through your body, I wish to preach the principles of the devotee, devotion itself, as well as love for Krishna and the duties and conduct of a Vaishnava.
Wow.
Now you wish to give up that body? How can I tolerate this? Thus, we must learn expertise in bhajan from them. In meditation, one must see how Shripad, in his Kinkari Rupa, relishes Sri Radha's sweetness
Wow.
along with the flavors of his beloved service. They are extraordinary kinkaris that never come down from the asana of kinkari, of a kinkari. Lalita, Vishaka, and others occasionally act as heroines, but the kinkaris' hearts are illuminated by the light emanating from Radha's toenail, whether in dreams, wakefulness, or deep sleep.
Wow.
The true vision of their experiences I'm sorry. I have some dry. It's so dry in the back. The true vision of their experiences are recorded within their Goswami's books.
Except one.
I don't know what it is. Vrindavan Ras sadhakas are blessed by relishing all these sweet flavors in their books. In the previous verse, Shripad wept in his sadhaka vesh. Calling for his heart's beloved Sri Radharani. In each address, there is the sweet relish of Leela Mai's sweet pastimes.
Wow. Leela they playing Radha Krishna. Leela started only by playing sweet things.
He prays Swam Rupam Avishnu. Reveal your real form, which is filled his sweet pastimes to me.
Real form of sweet loving purpose. What we are thinking about. We give divineness.
Take me along to the kingdom of Leela.
And he brings us to Leela kingdom. In the past as in the play, Madhava. But it's impossible to see Krishna. He is there without effort. Whole life we are working with Krishna. I is there. Then we decide to become Krishna Das or Radhika Das. Then we think to know better Radha Das. Where Radhika is there, Krishna will be there. So many years I'm trying, but nowhere to catch him. But now you do to catch him. Just be there. You need to see it. And now my desire is to see Krishna. Someday I want to serve Radha. Because she is the all source of source. She gives me everything.
Then he sees his Murti Devata, godhead of his visions, again appearing before his eyes.
So we did that.
Murti Devata,
Spurti means what, you know?
it's a glimpse, it's a
Realization. Spuran. Spuran means some enlightenment or something happened that I realize something. Like if Spurti comes, you say, what I cannot do 20 years, it becomes very easy to understand. I have not ever read one time the book. Now I want to read every day same thing. So this is good. It's inner inspiration. What is the best?
Uttara Gosha. Sri Krishna returns with his cows from the forest in the afternoon. The beautiful girls of Raj are very eager to see Krishna coming by. Without seeing him, they consider one moment to be like 1,000,000 years. No words can describe how much they suffer when they are separated from him. Sri Sanatan Goswami writes in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, when Krishna returns to Raj in the afternoon, the gopis disregard all the obstacles in their way and come running and stumbling towards him as soon as they hear the mooing of his cows and the sound of his flute. Some of the gopis become stunned like trees. Some faint and fall to the ground. And others have to be dragged along by their girlfriends with tear-filled eyes. The gopis mount the moon tower, a turret named the Chandrashalika, and show Radharani. Oh, Saki, look, here comes Nandanandana. Krishna doesn't notice them So Swamini stares at him fully, soothing the pain of her separation from him in the daytime by fully drinking the sweetness of his form with the cups of her eyes. The Sakis and Manjaris relish this scene unhindered. Hundreds of beautiful gopis worship Krishna with the paraphernalia of their eyes. But his eyes are wandering around like chakora birds, eager to enjoy the nectar oozing from her moon-like face. When Shyam looks at her Swamini shyly covers her face with her veil. In an enchanted mood, Krishna stares at her big buttocks. The golden luster of Radhika's buttocks that are like Cupid's golden throne comes streaming out through her thin blue sari. Now it makes sense, because in the first sentence it says that she wants to please the mind of Cupid, who sits on his royal golden throne, her buttocks. So his mind, that means he looks at her buttocks. That's how we were stumbling on the sentence. The first sentence in the verse was, Sri Radha glances show wonderful expertise in dancing. The glances in dancing to please the mind of King Cupid, who sits on his royal golden throne, her buttocks. So it's not Krishna sitting on her buttocks, it's his mind sitting on her buttocks. He is looking at her buttocks. Krishna is looking at her buttocks, and we didn't understand practically. But now it makes sense. Her eyes are restless. Her glances are expertise in dancing. Like she looks and looks away, and Krishna looks, and then he looks at her buttocks, which are big and thin waist. The golden luster of Radhika's buttocks that are like Cupid's golden throne comes streaming out through her thin blue sari. Madan Mohan is enchanted. Swamini turns away a little and then looks once more. A restless glance from the corners of her wag-tailed bird-like eyes. The king of dancers of her roving glances perform a very artful, enchanting dance on the stage of her youthful body. On the order of King Cupid, who sits on the golden throne of her buttocks. It is the custom that the dancers comes on the stage from behind a curtain, and that curtain is Radha's bashfulness that hangs over the stage of her body. How sweet and beautiful is her shy appearance. Srimati is like bashfulness personified, strewing her smile like flowers over the stage of her body. Just as flowers are strewn over the stage of an amphitheater at the beginning of a play. One may ask, what is the introduction, Prashtavana, in this play? To this, Sripad answers. The Prashtavana is the loveliness of Radhika's youth.
So it's a very beautiful scene that it's describing this whole theater that's happening on Radha's body. And the actors coming out and hiding behind her veil, the curtain of her bashfulness. And this thing that's dancing, the king of dancers, of her roving glances, I think it's love itself, it's prem itself. So prema is playing out this theater play on the instructions of Krishna, but on Radha's body.
Say the sentence once more. Say the last sentence once more.
Prema is the actor in a theater play that's happening on Radha's body, hiding behind her bashfulness and playing behind her beautiful body parts. And it says that Krishna has asked for this. Cupid is on his golden throne and watching this. And it's all happening on the body. So once again, but Radha's body is not material in the spiritual world. It's a theater play of love. And what's happening through all her beautiful form is that love is playing. Love is coming and going and dancing and making itself, what should I say, real. I'm not sure. It's a very strange sentence here, but it seems like this.
Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj writes in Govinda Lilamrita, one of Sri Radhika's arrow-like glances could agitate Krishna's heart more than all the other gopis' arrow-like glances together. And a single ray of Radhika's slightest nectarian moon-like smile to give more pleasure to Krishna than a veritable stream of nectar-like smiles oozing from all the other fair 8 gopis' moon-like faces. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad writes in Krishna Bhavanamrita. The Rasika Mituna, romantic couple, became stunned and motionless. And their friends, afraid that outsiders would notice it, consoled them saying, "Tonight you will meet each other again." Krishna was consoled by friends like Subal and Radha, by girlfriends like Lalita and Vishakha. Shripad in his Kinkari form sticks to Swamini like her shadow. His heart absorbed in relishing the beauty of the glances Sri Radha casts at Sri Krishna. And the first 102. Every single sentence is so intense and every picture is so detailed and
with the breath. With the breath.
What is this verse, this lovely verse that Punyam is always citing for us about love is dancing?
Yes. Yes. Right.
I don't know. What do you mean? What do you mean?
I can't remember what I mean.
I'm happy. No good. Yeah?
So we will start to read verse 103. May the unrivaled natural love festival of Radha and Madhava, in which they astonish each other with the beauty of their young, enchanting, adolescent forms, that carries waves of amazing cleverness, artful love play, and where there is not even the slightest breach, reverence, offense, or awe, protect you all. The festival of Radha and Madhava's natural love. By praying for a benediction over everyone in this verse, Shripad shows how he melts with compassion for the people of the world, but at the same time is most blissfully absorbed in Radha Madhava's Premaras. Srimad Jiva Goswami has mentioned that the mercy of a saint is the main cause of the attainment of the Lord. Although the primary cause of the conditioned soul to turn towards Godhead is the mercy of God Himself. Still, this is still secondary. The main cause is the grace of the devotees. The pitiful and humbly cries of the suffering conditioned souls pierce the layers of Maya and reach the Lord, who is enjoying Himself with His innumerable associates in the spiritual sky. But they cannot create a vibration of compassion in His heart. The mercy of the Lord cannot reach them independently. Only the great saints can understand this. Although material miseries cannot touch the heart of the great saints, their hearts still melt of compassion. Just as a person who has awoken from a dream can still remember the false miseries felt in the dream. Similarly, the great saint can understand what material miseries the conditioned soul goes through, however false they may be. Thus, He showers His mercy on the conditioned souls, just as Sri Narada bestowed His grace on Nala Kuvara and Manigriva. Thus, the grace of the Lord that causes them to turn to the Lord resides in the great souls. This is infused into other living beings through the media of association with the saint of the mercy of the saints, not independently. So does this mean we also need sadhu sangha? We cannot go just directly and get all the mercy. We need the mercy of the parampara. That's the point.
Yeah.
We have no time for doing sadhana and siddha.
This festival of love is natural. When they were sitting in front of Haridas Thakur's cottage on the beach at Puri with Sriman Mahaprabhu, Srila Ramananda Rai asked Sri Rupa Goswami what definition he gave of natural love. Rupa Goswami then quoted his own play, Vidakta Madhava. When the lover is praised, he reacts in a neutral way, but inside he feels pain. When he is blasphemed, he takes it as jokes and is very happy. Faults of the beloved do not diminish his love, and the beloved qualities do not increase it. Such are the pastimes of natural love. Radha and Madhava's love is natural and has nothing to do with material sentiments that are merely transformation of sensual incitements. These are the loving pastimes of Sat Chit Ananda.
Satchit Ananda.
Krishna, transcendence personified, and Madhava, Radha, the supreme love personified. And their attainment, the highest goal of life. Sripad says in this text, no kinchit kritam eva yatra. According to the Medini Kosha dictionary, the word krita means breach. Kritam tu vestite chinna. Srila Ramananda Rai then asked Sri Rupa Goswami to show how there is no breach. What is a breach?
A violation.
Oh, okay. There is no breach in Radha and Madhava's natural love. And Sri Rupa said.
Oh, there's no break. I'm sorry. No break in the love. No.
But
No interruption.
But it says with CH. Are you sure that it means break?
Breach.
Breach means to break in this context, yes. There's no
breach.
interruption in the love.
Okay.
There's no.
It says in the word, breach.
Sri Krishna, after ignoring Sri Radha, in the beginning of their love laments, alas, the seed of moon-faced Radhika's love for me may be broken after hearing about my cruelty. Means she may give up her love for me. And she might find peace in her heart by rejecting me. Maybe she will even give up her life out of fear of the terrible twanging of Cupid's bow. Oh, what a fool I was to uproot the tender creeper of her desires. From this verse it is understood that although Krishna externally showed indifference towards Radhika, his love for her was unbroken. When Radhika heard from her girlfriends that Krishna rejected her love, she lamented as follows. O Saki, desiring Krishna's company, I gave up my shyness before my superiors. I gave so much misery to you, my girlfriends, who are dearer to me than life. And I gave up all moral codes that are highly estimated by all the chaste women. Curses on my patience that I still maintain this sinful life, although Krishna rejects you. This example shows how Radhika's love cannot be broken, although she was rejected by Krishna.
Yeah.
Then Sripad says, Yatra nanutihi. In this love, there are no respectful obeisances or prayers offered. The first quoted verse from Vigata Madhava, it was already said that honors are simply given pain to the lover's heart. Therefore, there are no respectful obeisances wanted in natural love. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya 4, it is seen that Jagadananda Pandit was chastised by Lord Chaitanya for advising Sanatana Goswami to go to Vrindavan. And Sanatana Goswami was praised. Sanatana Goswami was heard by these praises and told the Lord. Hearing these words, Sanatana clasped the Lord's feet and said, Now I understand the great fortune of Jagadananda. Now I know how unfortunate I am. No one in the world is as fortunate as Jagadananda. You are making Jagadananda drink the nectar of affectionate relationship, and you make me drink the bitter juice of honorable praises. Today, I could again not be accepted as one of your intimate associates. How unfortunate I am. Anyhow, you are the independent Lord. This shows that reverential praises are absent in natural love. Yatra nago means in this natural love that there is no offense or respect offered out of fear.
That's very important. It's saying that love is higher than respect and praise. So if I have to give respect and praise to you it says that you don't think I already have respect and praise for you. If there's true respect and praise, then you know it, and it doesn't need to be said. And if it's said, it's only because of some kind of external Vaidhi motivation. When the love is pure, then we know it.
Right. Somehow I have, during reading today, I can really understand how Kali is Yuga, how Kali Yuga is getting more and more, and we are like I can say we are declining. Like it's maybe the comparison is not, it's very mundane, but still, like in the 60s, if there were concerts, the ladies would fall, on the ground of ecstasy, and they had all these really high extense feelings. They were material, but the feelings were so strong just by a little music someone made. And nowadays, nobody, they stand there, they don't do much. And on the other hand, the new generations, like when you work with the new generations, you have to praise them from morning till evening. Otherwise, they don't even show up anymore the next day. So it's really pervaded. It's exactly the opposite than what we read here. If they don't get enough praise every single day, they are so much in depression, and they don't come anymore. And so that means, or I do understand, if you know who you are, if you have real self-esteem, if you know yourself, you don't need it from outside. And if too much comes from outside, you even feel ashamed. You don't want it. And the more you are in this material life, and it's getting really worse. I mean, you might see this with your students as well. I can see with the persons I'm working, how from generation to generation, it's just declining, this connection, the inner connection. There's nothing left. So we are really happy that Mahaprabhu came and we got in touch. And we have to do all the effort to somehow get the next generations in touch. Otherwise, we have to take birth in the next generation. It will be very difficult.
It's a very good example, really.
So, Jai Shri Radha, good morning.
So that means makes me really sad.
My sound is not there, huh?
No, it's good.
Yes. Sorry, we hear you.
Oh, it's there?
Beautiful sound.
Oh, wow. Then the beginning of this verse, you read about the mercy of the saints. And that the Lord himself has not so much compassion than the saints, the great saints. All through the primary cause of the conditioned soul to turn towards Godhead is the mercy of God himself. This is still secondary. The main cause is the grace of the devotees. And the pitiful and humbly cries of the suffering conditioned souls pierce the layers of Maya and reach the Lord, but they cannot create a vibration of compassion in his heart. You see, it cannot create a vibration of compassion in his heart. The mercy of the Lord cannot reach them independently. Only the great saints can understand this. What is the difference there? The great saints, actually the great saints are the servants of Radhika, because she is the source of compassion. And because they are serving her lotus feet, they give the compassion to the suffering souls, and this is the source of that mercy. And so it depends on them great saints to help that suffering souls, suffering conditioned souls, to find out the way out of this Maya. Because Maya is covering everything in this world. And we can see by modern techniques, what you say, Maharani, and so on, it's very hard to reach the conditioned souls also by Radhika's mercy, because they are not searching for that. By enjoying, they're following actually the nature of the Lord himself. So his mood is enjoying and controlling. Right?
Right.
But Radhika's mood is the mood of love. And she is full of compassion. So we can see that here the word great saints is really to see that the great saints are not actually the Lord's devotees. They are devotees of Sri Radhika. This is the difference, because compassion is only appearing in the hearts of those who are following the love, who are following Radhika, because she is the queen of compassion. One of her oceans, we read some weeks before of 7 oceans of her qualities, and one ocean was compassion. We never heard that about the Lord himself. So here we can also read, the pitiful and humbly cries of the suffering conditioned souls pierce the layers of Maya. These cries pierce the layers of Maya, and it reached the Lord. But he is enjoying himself with his unnumberable associates in the spiritual sky. But they cannot create a vibration of compassion in his heart. The mercy of the Lord cannot reach them independently. So we can see that this is not by serving the Lord directly the mercy is not coming. The mercy of the Lord cannot reach them independently. So we see, even the Lord is not independent in this meaning of compassion. He himself depends on the mercy of Sri Radhika, because she is the source of compassion. Only the great saints can understand this. You see, this is the difference between the devotees of the Lord and the devotees of Sri Radhika. If the devotees of the Lord not take shelter on the lotus feet of Radhika, they will never have any kind of compassion. We can also see in the Christianity that how many are following Mother Mary, right?
Right.
Because they can feel the quality of Sri Radhika in this Mother Mary. She is also full of compassion, because she is full of qualities of Radhika. And the problem is also in what you say, Maharani, in the young generation, that the layers of Maya are even more thick. When Maya creates this, these techniques, especially like computer and this, that makes them blind. This is a bigger layer of Maya. So it's even more hard to pierce these layers for the suffering soul. They are so much in Maya that they even don't realize how much they are suffering.
Because they have a lot of things which give short-term pleasure, like all the games, all the films, all, and it's not, they are not doing something, they're just consuming. It's not even, they're not even reading books anymore, they're just consuming.
Yeah, Maya is so powerful these days that they even don't realize that how much they are suffering. They are not happy, but, what good if?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, to show them that how much they are suffering, I think the great saints have to show them what is meaning of real love. They forget to love. They have no relationship. And this is the power of Maya. They create relationship to machines. They work, they're only in illusion of some other realities. No, they're created by machines. These realities are created by machines, and so they have relation with machines. This is something dead. And yes, and to understand how much they are suffering, this is also a kind of showing what is meaning of real love and how to create a real relationship. And real relationship is always the relationship towards Radha and Mohan and to the saint.
Yeah.
Right.
Madhava.
Yeah. And the soul is not reached by those. And even the saints, you see, how many are on the soul level? It's very rare to find. And the second one point is also what is very beautiful, how Sanatana Goswami is judging this point. You make me drink the bitter juice of honorable praises. This is also how he judged this, right? This is really how he described how dangerous this is actually.
Praises only feed the false ego, and if you don't want to
It's very dangerous.
praises, you don't
By too much honor, you get a chair. And this chair will bind you in the material world. You become proud. And this is very dangerous. And this is Sanatana Goswami's teaching here. And how much he rejects this. He don't like it. He don't like to listen this. Because he knows how dangerous it is. Yes, sorry. Too much jumping.
Madhava. Madhava.
Good.
So maybe someone writes down where we have stopped today, page 263. I don't know if all the books are the same, but
Yes, after the words of Sanatana Goswami, huh?
actually comes Sri Purnamasi Devi tells Nandimukhi. That's where we stopped.